crap. Welcome back to the MR2 build. I think it's day 3. Still massive amount of work to do. It's definitely going slower than I thought it would. I've actually got a list up here on the windscreen of some of the stuff I need to do, and it's pretty long. Today, one of the things I want to do actually is remove the windscreen, because this one's cracked, and I've located a replacement screen. But to take the screen out, you've actually got to cut it out. That's what the guide, that's what the handbook, the workshop handbook says. You got to cut through the rubber and replace it. So that's what I'm going to do first, because I've never done that before. So I'm going to cut that out, and then next week I'll actually go to the wreckers and cut the replacement windscreen out that I've put a deposit on, so I can bring that one over. So we're going to do that first. I've got lots of other stuff to do, and this is kind of a case of like, where do you start? I've just got so much. I've got interior bits to do with the shifter and the cables. I've got master cylinder. I need to drill a hole through the front firewall. I've still got the hydraulic shifter unit that I need to take off. I've still got the loom. There's one plug left that I still haven't been able to remove before the entire loom is going to come out. So lots of things to do today. I'm not going to get it all done. I'd love to get the loom done. I'd love to get the windscreen done, just so I know how to do it for when I go to the wreckers. And then probably I might focus on that shifter hydraulic, that shifter unit, removing that and putting a new one in. That would be a good amount of things to do today. So let's get into it. So you can see here I've started to cut through the rubber to allow me to take the windscreen out. This is what the workshop manual says you need to do. It says you need to cut straight through this rubber. I'll then have to go to Toyota and buy a new one. So I'm going to finish doing that. I've then got some wire that I'm going to use to cut through the silicone or whatever they've used to seal the rubber to the car. So I made up a little device to help me do that. Again, never done that before, but give it a try. So let's do some more of that. So I run into a few problems here with the windscreen. Let's just take a look. So I've cut out most of the rubber, and I now need to go sort of on the inside and do the sort of piano wire trick to cut through. But two issues. One, you got to take this off here, which is the latch for the roof. Someone's already mangled these. They're actually Torx heads. They're like T40 Torx heads, and someone's already mangled those, which means I can't get all this trim off. And the second issue is I broke the first piano wire, so I need to make a new thicker one. So we'll have a second go at it. Finally got the last clip out. pulling this through. Everything else should be undone after what has been an absolute disaster pulling this loom out. The plug that was causing me a massive amount of grief wasn't even the right. I didn't even need to remove it. Now I've gone and broken a sensor, so that's going to be a whole saga on its own, because now I've got to try and get this sensor out. We've got to try and buy a special tool for it. But I think that's it. That's the old loom done. Now apparently I need to reuse something on this later for the 2ZZ conversion, so we're not going to throw this in the bin. We'll just put it here for now. But finally, a win. Finally. Now I've got to try and fix that sensor, so I'm going to go to the hardware store. Alright, we're at Bunnings, looking for tools to fix my mistakes. $30 just to fix a mistake. I guess in the scheme of things isn't too bad. Alright, so we got ourselves our spanner, a nut-cert, gun, which we need for a job later. So just buying that in anticipation. Now let's go back home. So, trying to take out this unit here, which I think is like the clutch release mechanism. So it's a hydraulic unit which actuates the clutch. It's made by Luke, L-U-K. I've already removed the rest of the bolts. I think it's just that one bolt to take it out. So let's give it a go. There's a spanner. Bolt is so long, I can't get it. I can't get it out. I mean, it actually fouls on the chassis, like on the car. What on earth? It's the last thing holding this in. Finally, it's coming out. Yep. Oh no, it's alright, it's alright, I got it. Got it. So what we're removing here is the side where we need to put the gear selector, because on the opposite side we just took off the SMG version, which attaches over there. You can see that shaft sticking up there. That's what it was attached to. So we've got to pull that shaft out and replace it with the manual unit. So there's 2 bolts down here. One to go. Okay. So now we want to be careful taking this out. Here we go, that's got it.
Yeah, just gentle.
Yeah. I still think the other hammer was little as well, in the scheme of things.
Okay.
This hose is super annoying,
Yeah.
but if I disconnect it, it pisses out coolant, so
Okay.
we don't mind, let's just...
So we can see what you're doing now.
Alright.
It's got to come straight out. Any resistance?
No. So we kind of have a good idea of what that looks like now. Alright, let's compare it to what we got here on the floor.
No, don't turn it. Oh yeah, got to turn it through 90 degrees.
Looks like it's coming from the opposite direction though, right? So it's like that. That's how.
No.
It's, yeah.
No.
Oh,
turn it
sorry.
around.
Oh, no, you're right.
That's the plate. That's
You're
going
right.
to go on.
You're right. You're
And
right.
you can see it's identical, except the shaft is longer.
Oh, and except that's a hill, not a valley. Know what I mean? So I think we're pretty much done for today. Actually pretty happy with the progress now. What started as an absolute disaster turned out not too bad. So you can see here now we've installed the gear selector unit. So there was nothing on this side before. You had this unit here on the other side, which is now gone. Where there was another bit that was with that. Where is it? Ah, this. So this was the other side. That's what we took off. So that on one side, that on the other side. Both of them taken off. To replace this is the new gear selector mechanism. So that's on the car here. These things here have to be replaced. That one there still needs to be tightened up. And now I've just got to put this bracket on somewhere. I've got to work out. I think I know where it goes already. That's what holds the cables in place, which then connects to here and here, which changes gears. On the other side of the gearbox is the clutch mechanism. I've had to order a part there to convert it from push to pull or the other way around. One of those two. And then I can actually start on running the cables through the car. So I think that's going to do it for today. Started off as an absolute disaster with you know, I spent so much time trying to get this one plug off. I finally get it off, damage the plug, then find out it was the wrong plug. I didn't actually need to remove it in the first place. So I've still got to sort that out, but I can sort that out later. I've got to find out what it is, what kind of sensor it is, and then I'll replace it. I can get to it. That's not a problem. I can replace it. I just got to find out what it is. It's some kind of sensor. So we can fix that, but this is a big step into actually getting this whole conversion done. Then the other thing that we kind of failed at was, I think I've given up on the windscreen, to be honest. You can see here I've got all this trim removed, but you know, I made this piano wire jig here, but it just wasn't working that well. And to actually finish this part of the job, I've got to still go and do this on a whole nother car to pull the windscreen out. So if I think about the amount of time it's going to take me to do all of that, I think I'd rather just pay a professional to come and put in a new screen. Wasn't, unfortunately, you know, it's an unexpected cost, something I didn't think I'd have to do, but look, sometimes your time is just better spent having a pro do it. So look, what can we cross off our board here? Actually, you really can't see this. Transmission, shifter shaft's done, old one's removed. Oh, what else did we do here? That's all interior. Didn't do any of that. Okay, just that. Loom removal, loom off. Done. All right. We are making progress. So I think that'll do it for today. I have to wait till next week now to do some more. So I'll check back in then.